welcome back. So today we're going to be discussing about the reading section of IELTS. It's going to be 60 minutes long. It's going to have 40 questions, and the amount of questions is going to be variable. So you can't really say you're going to get 5 MCQs or 5 identification questions or 5 matching headings. So these things are not fixed. They're variable. Moving on, so the tasks included in this section may be of the following. So they can be MCQs, information identification, whether the statement is true or false, identification of claims, whether the author said it or he didn't say it, or not given. Not given is basically to be put when, let's take an example, that you're given a paragraph where the writer is talking about football. So if you see something saying, oh, so the basketball is very fun. No, the writer did not say anything about basketball, so you're just going to say not given. So the next one might be matching headings. You'll be given the head of headings and you're going to match it with the paragraph you think it's suitable for. Matching sentence endings. Sentence completion is fairly easy for you to understand. You're going to be flow charts where you might have to fill them, or tables. You're going to be given diagram labeling, where you might be given the paragraph where it tells the detail of every process, but you have to fill it on the labeling. And then you might also be given short question and answers. I am going to explain these in depth in an example, so hold on for that. So the first passage is discussing about the cork, which is a thick bark of the oak tree. Anyways, I'm not going to read all through it, but I'll give you a little tip on how to solve it quick. So first you skim through it, you mark the paragraphs as you go. For example, cork, thick bark. So this is going to be talking about how old it is, how big it is, and stuff like that. So this is how you keep marking the paragraphs, and then you go forward. There's going to be 5 questions. So it's going to tell you that questions 1 to 5 are going to be true, false, or not given, like I told you before. So the first one, I read the paragraph and the answer is not given. So you're going to mark it as not given. Even if you don't find any clue about it, it means it's not given. You don't have to go and think there might be a possibility where it is given. So moving on, then there's going to be question 6 through 13. It's going to mention that you're going to write one word only from the passage. So I read the passage, like I said, and the answer for this is taste. So do not affect the taste of the bottle contents. So you're going to write only one word, which is taste. Then if you move on, let's say advantages of cork bottle stoppers. So suit the dash of quality products. So if you go back to the passage and you read it, skim through it again and find out where it says the word quality products or where it's discussing about cork bottle stoppers. So it's the answer is going to be image. So suit the image of quality products. So this is how you basically solve it. Then you're going to have reading passage 2, where you will be discussing about furthermore things, one word only. It's the same as before. Given, not given, true, false, all these things are going to repeat. And then you're going to be at the list of headings. Some people find it hard to solve these questions, the headings one, which is true because I faced some issues regarding it as well. But if you have a core concept, if you start by reading the paragraph and you skim through and you know what's written in each, then for example, why do they do it? It means this is going to probably solve that answer. So basically just memorize the heading in your head while you're reading. So many forms of collecting. So this paragraph is just coming out of forms of collecting. So stuff like that. Those are tips that you can always remember. So moving on, you're just gonna be going through these headings, and then section A is the first paragraph. So you're gonna mark it with which heading suits it. So let's say it's talking about a course title with 2 meanings, so you just put it with it. So this is one of them. What's the purpose of gaining knowledge? All these things. And this is also a paragraph A, B, C, D, E, F sections, just as it mentions over here. And then you're going to solve it for this as well. Choose no more than 2 words. You can put 2 words, but you can't go above it. It can be 1 word, it can be 2, but not more than 2. Same over here, yes, no, not given, and that's still 40 questions. This is where all your 40 questions will be solved, and you're going to be marked on the basis of the right answers. And hopefully, if you remember all the tips where you read the paragraph thoroughly and then skim through it when you're reading the questions, and if you know where the headings match, you'll probably be able to ace it. And I think above 35 is a very good score, and I think people can do it if they like mainly focus on this part. So for you to solve this, I would give you one thing, which is um, try to read paragraphs. I will be uploading this PDF. It has around 10 tests, I think. And like I said, do read paragraphs more and more. That's the only tip for reading.